Hi everyone. It is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. Welcome. If you are new tonight, well, it is so great to have you. You'll notice a QR code at the top of my screen. It's also on my hat, and that QR code actually will let you get to my link tree, which has lots of information about me and all the information that I produce all the time, so that you guys can get some information on how you can become a better version of yourself and help everyone else become better versions of themselves. Or you can go to it by going to Believe, Believe, me, Me, Achieve, ACHIEVE.com. And incidentally, every single day we have another subtopic, but for the week we have a main topic. If you are wondering, folks, what that topic is, well, you can wonder no more. It is What is Patience? Where is the series? And we're in episode 2. If you're coming back, well, welcome back, my fellow friends, colleagues, and associates. It is always great to have you here supporting me all this time. And hopefully, some of my new people will become just like you, loyal, trustworthy, and wanting to absorb this great content. Let's get into this, shall we? All right, let me get a little swig of water. Let's talk about patience. All right, patience. So, patience is something we talked about the other day, meaning that you need to be patient, especially in the universe. Things go a lot smoother. Patience is also when you have that discernment between, do I need to do it this way or do I need to do it another way? I think that's something that happens when we think about patience. So it's not just about waiting for something to happen a certain way, but do I need to go about it this way or should I do something differently? Patience. Maybe we talked about the storm, we talked about a lot of other things, but maybe in your life, patience has to deal with just waiting for something. Well, what you waiting for? Maybe you're waiting for a phone call. Maybe it's patience with a loved one, a relationship, patience in an understanding matter. Maybe it has to do with patience in you, because a lot of times, and perfect example of this, when I was younger and I wanted to achieve something and I didn't get it, I sometimes would be impatient with myself, and then I didn't get it and I have to go back to it. Now, what I've noticed as I've gotten older, I actually, if I don't get something, I just be patient with it. Take a few more extra moments. And if it doesn't happen that time, it happens next time. But when I have that kind of an attitude, it almost seems to like go into me like that because I have that element called patience. Hmm. What else do you need patience for in life? We talked about people. We talked about new skills. You could need patience for maybe being able to lose weight. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something you have to have patience for, right? And you have to have that tenacity and that spirit and that passion to keep doing it over and over again, even if you don't see results right away, because you won't see results immediately. Patience. A mother or a father is always patient with their child. Now, I don't mean just in general life. I mean, when the child is born, they have a level of patience that's different than patience that you'd have when you're older, because this patience is really trying to get to know the child so that they're doing the right things, so they're communicating properly, they're knowing whether you want food, is it a cry that you just aren't happy, or are you hungry, or is there something else wrong? And so patience is an earmark in our lives that help us to discern a pathway. Let me say that again. Patience in our lives is something we are given to be able to discover a pathway. Now, many times people say patience is a virtue, right? You've heard that before. But what are they actually saying when they say patience is a virtue? Because a lot of people say it, but they don't necessarily know what it means. Sure. Well, virtue is a noun, according to Merriam Webster, And it's a conformity to a standard of right, a morality, a particular moral excellence, a beneficial quality or power of a thing, a manly strength or courage, valor, a commendable quality or trait, a capacity to act, a chastity, especially in a woman. So these are what we mean by virtue, right? I think sometimes people get impatient because they see others or they hear others. And it's not just hearing them, but maybe when others start to tell you that, you're taking too long, and they're getting you upset, right? We talked about the driver on the road, that that person that's either on the cell phone or just, cuts you off at the last moment, or that person that is just literally taking forever, or the lady that's going into the ATM machine and taking a long time, right? When we exercise patience, we build more of a fortitude, more of courage, more respect, and more of an integral component to our minds, because patience is that, I'm going to call it a fulcrum point between us being able to act and us being able to not act, or us being able to do something to help others and us being able to do something that might irritate others. So when we think of patience, right, certain foods need to be cooked at a certain temperature. If we don't do that, food's not going to be done properly. We could get sick because the food has not reached its safe cooking temperature to kill off any bacteria. Patience. Think about that word for a moment. In the last 24 hours, I want to ask you, has there been a time that you felt you were not as patient as you could be? It's okay. Was there a time? Why don't you like, support, give an insight mark, curious mark, comment below. Was there a time that you felt that you were not patient? You don't have to tell me exactly what it is. You can tell me the generalities or whatever you feel comfortable with. Now, when we think of patience, some people say we should practice being mindful, being in the moment. Okay. Patience is the beginning ball or factor to get you to success. Because when you have patience, you're going to be able to see the entire forest, not just the tree in the forest or the leaf. You're going to see how all the trees are in the forest. And when you see that, you're going to be able to have a hunch to go to the right one or to take the right step. We talked about counting, we talked about breathing, being in the moment, right? Maybe if you're frustrated with something, just excuse yourself from the situation politely. Go outside, take a breath, take a walk, go get a drink of water. Most important thing when we think about patience is not to give up. A lot of people think that if they're impatient, it must be time to give up. And I have to tell you something. That is not what patience or impatience is about. When you're impatient, it's there to teach you that if you persist, that your goal or goals will become a reality. Now, patience is just like any other skill. You need to practice it. Okay? Practice it. Now, it might seem a little bit uncomfortable. So does losing weight in the beginning, like giving up sweets or certain types of food and cutting back. That can be uncomfortable. So it's okay if it's a little uncomfortable. Give yourself some slack. It's going to be okay. When somebody is rushing you, right? I had this happen to me. I believe it was just about a week ago. And when somebody was rushing me, I actually wound up leaving something behind. And I was a little bit annoyed because I had put time on my calendar to spend with this vendor, and they just, rushed me out the door because they had another one. And, you know, I think that was a little rude. Okay. Another way that you can practice patience is to pretend like you're a kid. Now, a lot of kids have patience, they have plenty of time. They just don't seem to worry about anything. And as you get older, that critical factor develops, and then you decide that you don't want to be patient. So you can practice being like a kid. Maybe you'll sing, maybe you'll laugh, maybe you'll dance, and just take yourself a little less seriously for the moment. Maybe you're having an issue in a relationship. And our urge as human beings is we want to fix everything. But maybe you don't need to fix everything. Maybe we just need to listen, and we need to just let it go its course and let it stay broken for a moment or two and let it come back together if and when it's ready to come back together. Somebody who has patience is an extremely good listener. Somebody has patience will be a lot safer than someone that doesn't have patience. They won't make all those haphazard safety mistakes that could cost them an injury on the job or in their personal life. Patience also has a way of allowing us to connect to our brain, to our body, and just to be present in the moment. Now, you might be saying to me, John, I don't have time for that. Okay, if you don't have time for that, and we are going to block, thank you very much. We're definitely going to block these people here again. Thank you, Greg, for letting me know about them. I don't know. I laugh at these people because they just have nothing to do with their time. And I don't like to make fun of anybody, but I have to tell you, I just have to laugh at these people because they are so pathetic. They come back here and they try to push out their X-rated crap, and I just laugh at them because they're just showing their ignorance. And I don't really think they're a bot. I think they're actually a person that might be enacting a script. But either way, they're showing their ignorance. They're showing being disrespectful. Now, my patience is with them as my moderator is we block them. We don't get upset, we don't get angry, but we do laugh because we think it's pretty pathetic that someone comes to our events this many times and just thinks that they're going to get on air when we know darn well they're not. All they're trying to do is produce some bad content and tell us about something about some X-rated site, and who knows whether people even want that X-rated site. Maybe you're not interested in that site, right? They don't know what everybody wants. And I think it's just really bad manners. And it is also um, very childish and selfish to be doing what they do. And I got to tell you something. Out of all the channels that we belong to, because we belong to a lot of these channels, and I have to tell you that the one that we get the most problem out of, I hate to tell you this, but it's actually our Twitch, or yeah, the Twitch profile. I don't know why, but we get people there that just don't seem to have brains. The only thing they seem to think about is X-rated stuff. And I know the couple times I've tried to help some of their people, they just took the train and derailed it into an X-rated conversation, and we quickly noticed that and got them right off. So patience is something that you can choose to apply. And so, spamming a channel with 6 or 7 comments, it just shows that you have no respect for society. You have no respect for yourself. And all you have is a desire to be selfish. And I want to share with you, the people at the NKD or wherever you guys are, you're showing things that actually just prove the level of, I'm going to say, childishness, and as well as your inability to be able to respect what other people want. Because I can tell you something, the people coming to my channel don't care about X-rated content. They're not here for that. So perhaps you should take your unwanted comments and go to one of those hubs where you'll get people that's all they think about. You see, and the people that do think about this stuff, with all due respect, they don't embrace life. They don't know how to enjoy other things because their mind's only thinking about these X-rated things. They don't know how to think about their mind. They don't know how to think about the quality of a relationship. They're always thinking about something else, right? So when you're choosing to be around people, remember the energy that you hang around is the energy that you become. Therefore, this is why we block them. We don't want people like that in our rooms. And I have to tell you, they're showing up a lot less. So we're grateful. And hopefully someday they'll never show up again. Or, what we may eventually do? If we keep getting this many problems, we may just get rid of Twitch. We're not getting as many viewers as we used to get from there. And we're just getting people that just don't seem to, I don't know, appreciate the value that we're bringing here. And I wish there was a way we could block by certain countries, but Streamer does not allow that. Again, it just makes me laugh that these people, do these things and they actually think they're going to go somewhere and they're not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the second episode in the series of What is Patience? We've got a lot more to talk about, so I hope you'll be patient with me, no pun intended, quote unquote. And there'll be a lot that we're going to be sharing with you. Some more techniques, some more understandings, some more realizations about what you can do with patience and how it can help you become a better version of yourself and how it can help other people become better versions of themselves. Of course, please do remember to tag your friends, your colleagues, and your associates. Share it out with everyone you know on social media. And then be sure to go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space Morley Space Serial Entrepreneur, and look for that key phrase to help keep our content free. Below that, you'll see the link to click on the PayPal choice and make that choice tonight to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful with those pennies and dollars that we will invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, even new software, new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational, inspirational content available to get you out of procrastination and into a life that you will love and that is of bliss and amazing energy so that you can achieve the goals that you have always desired. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been an amazing evening with you. I will be back tomorrow. Take care, everyone.